Well, today in the car hole, I'm going to fire up the '83 Buick for your viewing pleasure. I haven't made a video about this vehicle in a very, very, very long time. Um, well, there hasn't been anything changing with it. I mean, the only thing that changed is that there's about 4 coats of wax on the windshield, about 3 or 4 on the pillar, and the rest of the car has about 20 or 30. So, she's got a shine. I took the paint on the hood and the trunk lid is badly oxidized. It always was ever since I bought it. Now I buffed it and brought out a luster in it, but I mean it's brittle. I don't think I'll do the hood this year, but I think I might take the trunk lid in and have them have the body shop do it, give it a respray, because what we have here is what you call in the auto body trade is eggshells. And what it's doing is we have a bit of eggshells here. And it was like that when I bought the car, but now we got a little bit of chip paint and it got a little bit of a rust spot, which isn't a big deal. Here's another example of eggshells or crow's feet or whatever you want to call it. It's rough and it's chipping away. The trunk lid is the worst, but it's still got a nice high sheen luster, but I mean, it probably should be addressed. And even though the car sits in the garage, I mean, like, the paint it's brittle. The sides are great. I mean, the whole side of the car is absolutely flawless. Nothing wrong with the paint here at all. There's not a mark anywhere. But the hood is just, it's oxidized. So, anyway. So I did I buffed it and compounded it and whatnot, and I managed to get a nice luster out of it. It always did have a shine. It's just the paint is a bit brittle. And I did the vinyl top. I dressed that too. It's dusty. It's been sitting in the shop here for quite some time. The exhaust, the crossover pipe is bad. So when it's running, you get that. That's actually the exhaust pipe that is leaking, unfortunately. But it is what it is. So I'll go ahead and fire this unit up for you guys. So forgive me because it's going to sound loud. One pump. Squeaky fan belts. I'm gonna have to put new ones on. They're stretched so bad I can't even adjust them anymore. But you can hear that tick, 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 tick. It's a leaky crossover. Probably a bad donut somewhere, I mean. But, you got a new one of those put on there. Yeah, they're roughly 150 bucks, so. Depends on where you get them. Oh, there's something I didn't know. I got a tail light out. Yeah. Going out there and rest some work here. Huh. Oh, that's a pretty easy fix. I got lots of those. How many of those, what do you call those? 1194 or, yeah. Oh, 1157. 1157. 194 bulbs. Those are those little peanut bulbs. So, I mean, yeah, like there hasn't been any videos on this because, well, I really didn't drive it much last year. I drove it for a bit and parked it and just, basically it was parked. I had it outside and whatnot and, had a lot of people come in and look at the car and talk to me about it, but, really, I haven't really put any miles on it. There's only 68,854 on the odometer. And, yeah, so I'm going to shut that off because it is loud. And, yeah, I just don't feel like yelling over it. So you can really tell when you wax the windshield of a vehicle. You can really tell how shiny it is after you do it. You ever hear of anybody wax your windows, your windshield? Do it. Yeah. Some people laugh at me when I tell them that I wax my windows, and it's like, yeah, I do it. Of course, makes them all shiny. I mean, this car hasn't been, the windows haven't been waxed. This one has. Like, you can tell the difference. So, but anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, nothing much has been going on with this vehicle. I mean, you know, it's been parked. It'll be sitting here for a while. Probably in May long weekend I'll take it out for a drive again, but I mean, I'm not going to be taking it too far. I want to get that exhaust system fixed. And the differential fluid should be changed, and the transmission fluid. It's overdue for that. I'd like to keep everything kept with this, so I'll probably get that done in the spring before I go anywhere with it. But anyway, like, oh, and the shocks. The front shocks are soft in this. It always was. But you can actually feel it in your steering now. When you go over a certain kind of a bump, you can feel it in your steering a little. So I'm going to replace them, and it hops quite a bit. So back ones are fine. They're air ride, and they work perfect. But the front ones are soft from sitting all its life. So it would have helped probably if I would have jacked up the car from underneath and just taken a little bit of the weight off the suspension. But it's too little too late. I actually wouldn't mind getting these type of shock absorbers. If anybody's ever seen any of them before, actually hang on a second here. Nobody can see under there. I'll show you guys something that some of you may never ever seen before. It's usually used for towing, but this vehicle has it. I'll show you. And GM makes them, and GM installs them. These are probably factory AC Delcos. If anybody can see in there, those are coil over shock absorbers. Load assist shock absorbers is the correct term. Anybody see that? It's usually installed on vehicles for towing. GM did install them, but I mean, it does help with heavier vehicles like something like this magnitude. It helps it. So I'm thinking I might install something like that in the Buick, just for the front. The back has air ride. I'm not going to do anything with that, but I think I might put coil assisted shock absorbers in this car. Just a thought. But I don't know. They're roughly $100 a piece. A lot more expensive than your typical factory original shock, but I think I might go for those and see what it does. I mean, I don't tow anything with the car, but I mean, it kind of would be nice to have something with a little more firmness. Get rid of that wheel hop, you know. A lot of these heavy cars had that, and even with heavy-duty shock absorbers in it, you still got that boat-like feel out of it, eh? So I mean, I'll think about it. The only car that really has a firm ride is the 85, because I did upgrade the suspension in it, but I'll see how it goes. It's no big panic. But anyway, lads, I hope you guys are having a great one. Don't party too hard. We're going to leave it at that for today.